Jim used to come around here. Oh no, there he is.
Most of all, from the day which they had a lot to do for, to do with, I'd like to thank people who travelled to make our day beautiful. And I know I'm not much on speeches. Everyone book in.
Gee, the one now. Wait a minute. On behalf of the bridesmaids, we just keep that clown quiet for 5 minutes, we'll get it over and done with. On behalf of the bridesmaids, which I'm sure they wouldn't have missed it for the world, they've got Alison here, they've got her looking beautiful, and they've done a marvellous job, so I think it will all be upstanding, and charge our glasses, and a toast for the bridesmaids, for the use of the cars. Been able to get anywhere today without them, and also the drivers, because the cars don't have drivers to get us there. Thanks very much for those. Well, Greg, you finally done it. Why? I asked him that this morning, he still couldn't tell me, but his eyes were just little dots, and I didn't think I'd get much sense out of him that time going anyway. I had a phone call at 7 o'clock in the morning, that was from my brother Bruce's girlfriend, wife, just to see whether we went out last night, whether we got home all right. We did go out, and yeah, we got home all right, but what time it was, we were not saying. Can't remember. Yeah, and then I went back to bed after a few tests and stuff like that. Greg's house, he's phone, you answer here. And then his alarm goes off. And beep, 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 beep. And I walked into the room and Greg's laid down in the bed like this. And I'm looking at him and I'm going, well, you're going to turn it off. How do you turn it off? I'm shaking it and poking at it. And I'm going, how do you turn it off? And he didn't say nothing to the floor, it's off. Back to bed. Half an hour later, the phone rings again. It's Alison checking up on us. We were all right. All in all, Greg, what can I say about you after all these years? Oh, well, I won't share it with everybody, it might embarrass you. You've been a good brother. You always will be a good brother. Alison, welcome to the family. And everybody, have a good time. And to the bridesmaids and to Greg and Alison, good on you. A young couple just married were in their honeymoon suite on their wedding night. As they undressed for bed, the husband, who was a big burly bruiser, tossed his pants to his bride and said, "Here, put these on." She put them on, and the waist was twice the size of the body. "I can't wear your pants," she said. "That's right," said the husband, "don't you forget it." She said, "That's right," said the husband, "don't forget. I'm the man who wears the pants in the family." With that, she flipped him a penny and said, "Try these on." He tried them on and found he could only get them as far as his kneecap. He said, "Well, hell, I can't get into your pants," she said. "That's right, and that's the way it's going to be till you get them." Have a great day. We'd love to be with you both today. Love and best of luck to you both. Toppy.
Brian, but before so doing, I'd like to just have a few words with Alison and Greg, because I was most impressed by the speech made at the church today, and I thought, my God, that's something similar to what I've got to say. But unfortunately, what I've got to say has been said by somebody else before on numerous occasions. And what I have to say really is about life in general and marriage. First of all, I take you to Forrest Gump. And Forrest Gump said, "Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." And I put this to you, that's a simple way of saying it's a pretty tough place out there in the world, and you're going to come across a large number of different types of situations that you've never seen before, and you're going to have to cope with it. And you will. I know you will. Next, my wife is a little bit of a softie, and she said, Peter, in the film called A Man Called Peter, said, "Marriage is the fusion of two hearts, a oneness, divine and indivisible." And so you remember that. Divine and indivisible. But then, of course, I have different tastes. I know of a fellow by the name of Rodney Dangerfield. And Rodney Dangerfield is a tremendous actor. But above all, Rodney Dangerfield is a terrific orator, tremendous speaker. And this is what Roger would say to you. I beg your pardon, Rodney would say to you if he was here tonight. If he was here tonight, he'd say, "Alison and Greg, from this day onwards, your marriage is number one. But be careful, or you'll step in number two." And I want you to know that is Rodney's idea of saying simply what Forrest would say. You never know what's in front of you, but it's up to you to do your very, very best together, as the Reverend Peter would have told you. Now to Catherine Bryan. We've known Catherine Bryan for a long period of time. We've worked for Catherine Bryan, we've worked with Catherine Bryan, we've been out with Catherine Bryan, and we've seen them in action. And what we see in Catherine Bryan, we like. We like. And it gives me great pleasure to speak of this, because there are some facets of their life that some people may not know about, because in lots of ways they do their best in all sorts of fields, and many of these are not recognised, or they don't wish to see them recognised. You see, one of the greatest contributions that they do is the contribution that they make to their various churches. And they don't go rushing around telling everybody what they do, but they do a wonderful job in that sphere. They've raised two excellent daughters. They've done their best at all times, and I'm proud to call Catherine Bryan my friends. And I'm sure the people here tonight would say, "Hey, we'd like Catherine Bryan for our neighbours, because there is nothing better than good friends and neighbours." Now to Mrs. Bryant, I don't I haven't had any prior knowledge to you, but I know of you, but I know that you've reared a family of boys and one delicate daughter, and two. Oh, I only knew of the one that I saw yesterday. Yes, and I know that you must have done a good job in rearing these boys, because I look back to my poor mother, who had the job of trying to rear me and a sister, and any person who can rear a family these days must have a heart of gold, because I see that they hold you in reverence, and we could not ask of any more of any family these days. And therefore, at this stage, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to charge your glasses, be upstanding, and drink a toast to Catherine Bryan and Mrs. Bryan.
To be a good fencing contractor, but I didn't know you were so good on the speaking. We appreciate that very much, and we're very grateful to you. Congratulations to Alison and Greg on the beginning of their married life together. You both scrubbed up very well today. And we're very proud of you both, particularly Alison. I was walking up the aisle, and I felt like any other father, very proud of my daughter today. And I've got a few notes here. I promise I won't be here for any longer than about an hour. But I've got a few things that I'd like to say. And this being the last father of the bride that I will be having, I'm going to make the most of it. All right. See you in about half an hour. Firstly, I would like to, Kath and I would both like to welcome Greg as our son-in-law. You are a person who I like very much. You're a good type of person. And as I said early in the piece, when you came to our place that night, and there's something you didn't know, Alison rang me that night before you got there. She said, he's coming round. And I said, well, all right, well, I'll let him stand at the end of the table for a while, looking nervous. And I said to Kath, well, then we'll let him stand there for a while, and I'll take him to the next room, and then I'll sit him down and ask him what he would like to say. So he came in the front door, and he stood there at the table, and I said, would you like to come into the next room? And we sat down. The first thing I said, is there something you'd like to speak to me about, Greg? And he said, it's not what you think. I won't embarrass you anymore, Greg. I won't say what he said. He said, she's not pregnant. And I said, I didn't think that at all. I said, is there anything else you'd like to say? And he said, I'd like to marry Alison. And my first reaction was to stand up and congratulate him and say that I think that Alison is certainly very lucky to have a person like Greg as a husband, a future husband. And I'm pleased that